Hello, I'm at the European Parliament in Brussels, which is on the receiving end of a lot of fake news and disinformation these days. To highlight that issue, we commissioned a major video competition which garnered an enthusiastic response from secondary school pupils, from university students, and from students of journalism. More than 250 people registered from high schools, universities, and journalism schools. The winners came to our awards ceremony at Europa Experience, an EU-themed interactive museum in Paris. We received 33 videos in the fake news category.
The truth itself has become a battleground because disinformation has become such a powerful weapon. We know who those people are. Some of them are outside of the EU. They're using various tools on social media or new technologies to try to undermine democracy. But more than that, they're trying to destroy the very idea of the European project. So yes, it is extremely important to set the record straight on what the facts are.
Indeed, countering disinformation is a daily fight, as our media group's president, Marie-Christine Sarragos, highlighted.
I'd like to thank all the participants because you showed so much faith in Europe, so much humour, so much emotion, and also a desire to educate people. I can tell you, Mr. Vice President, that we did shed a few tears watching the videos. On the Debunking Fake News competition, for us, this is part of our daily work at France Média Monde, because we're facing an orchestrated and calculated attack on our democracies and against Europe.
And after hard deliberations, we chose 4 winning videos. And now for our winning videos. In the high school category, we have a tie. Fake news about the Queen and Nazis is a humorous take by students at the Joachim du Bellay School in Angers in Western France. Millet Brizard, Apolline Fouché, Mathilde Caillot and Jeanne Lecor. They share the top place with insects in European food, brought to you by Luca at Ewagen, Naima Ferrara, Neroli Jorge Genzi, Olivia Giuliani, Andreas at Ewagen and Léo Guérin. These are students at the Honoré de Balzac International School in Paris.
Excuse me.
Of course not. They spend 10,000 euros and they never work. They do absolutely nothing. I work 40 hours a week and I have 4 children. I have to drop them every day at school before going to work and I'm paid chicken feed.
European deputies are well paid. That's a common knowledge. But we have to keep in mind they have to pay 2 salaries and every transport they take. Plus, many of them propose many amendments and work hard.
Excuse me. That's true, and I have everything to prove it. Look at this. Since the euro is in place, since 2001, every price keeps on soaring. We should go back to Irish pound.
In fact, euro appears at the same time at the reserve price, but it has nothing to do with it. The transition to euro even creates an inflation decrease.
Of course she was. She clearly said she was for it more than once. That's why I voted for the Brexit. I would forever follow my Queen's belief.
In fact, Elizabeth II never said that she was for Brexit. People use this argument to justify their vote. She even gave sides that she wanted to stay in the European Union.
Excuse me.
Of course, yes. it was created during World War II by assuming Nazi. Everything created by Nazi should be banned. So obviously the European Union should be concerned. Take this.
Okay.
No, this is false. Because if we look at the creation date of the European Union, it was more than 10 years after the fall of the Nazi Germany, because it was in 1958. It's even the opposite, because their principal concern is trying to not recreate the same mistakes.
Pardon. Attendez, vous êtes en train de manger des biscuits là? Bah ouais. Oui. Mais vous savez que apparemment l'UE ils mettent des insectes dans les biscuits?
Ah bon?
Mais c'est n'importe quoi. Bio, ça, ouais, il y a vraiment des insectes. Mais non, mais ça c'est fou. Bah regarde, vraiment, regardez.
Et moi? Ah ouais?
Ah ouais? Sérieux?
Bah...
Ah ouais, bah va les jeter, hein, bah oui, hein. Oula.
Mais c'est vrai ou c'est faux au final? On vous explique. Le 3 janvier 2023, une nouvelle loi est adoptée par l'Union européenne autorisant l'utilisation de poudre d'insectes dans nos aliments en l'indiquant sur l'emballage. La mise sur le marché dans l'Union de la poudre d'Acheta domesticus, grillon domestique partiellement dégraissé, est autorisée. Tout de suite, cette information est largement retransmise sur les réseaux sociaux. Néanmoins, plusieurs personnes parlent de risques pour la santé et dénoncent que les entreprises pourraient ajouter de la poudre d'insectes dans les produits sans l'indiquer. Regardez les fake news que l'on trouve sur les réseaux. 2023, les gens vont désormais manger des insectes sans le savoir. Voilà les insectes autorisés par l'UE sans que ce soit stipulé sur l'emballage. Certains scientifiques annoncent déjà que c'est dangereux pour l'homme. Pour éviter de manger des insectes à notre insu, grâce à l'Union européenne, petite sœur de l'Europe nazie. C'est complètement faux. Dans son rapport, l'Autorité européenne de sécurité des aliments assure « Le nouvel aliment est sûr ». De plus, le règlement d'exécution de cette nouvelle loi prescrit la dénomination du nouvel aliment sur l'étiquetage, ainsi qu'une mention indiquant que cet ingrédient peut provoquer des réactions allergiques chez les consommateurs. Donc, vous voyez qu'il s'agissait bien de fake news. Mais pourquoi publier de fausses informations si le contraire est clairement prouvé? Ces vagues de fausses informations envers l'Union européenne sont souvent déclenchées par des personnes dites eurosceptiques, c'est-à-dire des personnes remettant en question l'Union européenne. Le but est de déstabiliser l'institution en elle-même et de propager de l'inquiétude. Parfois, ces campagnes de désinformation sont menées à grande échelle par des puissances étrangères souhaitant affaiblir l'Union européenne et sa cohésion. L'Union européenne face à la désinformation. Avec l'émergence des réseaux sociaux et de l'intelligence artificielle, la désinformation est de plus en plus difficile à contrôler. Et l'UE ne peut pas facilement l'interdire sans entraver la liberté d'expression ou d'opinion. En 2023, le DSA, Digital Services Act, un règlement européen, a été créé. Il oblige les grandes plateformes à faciliter aux utilisateurs de signaler des contenus faux ou illicites. Le DSA s'accompagne d'enquêtes lancées par la Commission européenne et de fortes sanctions en cas de non-respect de cette réglementation. Le DSA est renforcé par le Code de bonnes pratiques contre la désinformation, auquel adhèrent plus de 40 grandes plateformes de manière volontaire. Par ailleurs, l'Union européenne soutient un journalisme de qualité pour faire face aux fake news. Qu'est-ce que je peux faire contre la désinformation? Ne pas partager des contenus sans être sûr de leur véracité. S'informer auprès de sources fiables, sites officiels, gouvernements, grands journaux. En cas de doute, recouper les informations, c'est-à-dire comparer différentes sources fiables.
In the university student category, we also have a tie. I told you it was a tough decision. We have the invisible danger of deepfakes, a funny and very geopolitical view from Sophia Zaki, Laetitia Gaillot, Clémence Perrault-Walla, and Anaïs Dominguez of the ISCOM School of Communication in Paris. And we also have the sobering Europe under the microscope of fact-checking from Wassim Dridi, who's actually training to be a nurse.
Wait, I will show you.
Ви українці, шановні захисники, раджу скласти зброю і повернутися до своїх сімей. Я раджу вам жити.
Zelensky says we're giving up the war. Do you think it's real?
Wrong. Spoiler. He never said that. The video is fake. And it's an AI that made it up. We're literally in the world where your brain can be trolled in 3 seconds flat. Welcome to the world of deepfakes. A video, an AI, and boom, the truth goes on vacation. Today I'm telling you about the Zelensky fake news that shocked the internet, even though it was 100% fake. The Volodymyr Zelensky deepfake was created using artificial intelligence. Real images of him were used to train a model capable of reproducing his face and his expressions. His mouth was reshaped to perfectly match the speech. Then the creators used a modified or synthetic voice.
In March 2022, boom, a deepfake video went viral online. It shows Volodymyr Zelensky supposedly asking his soldier to surrender. Except it's fake. The video is going viral on Telegram and Russian social media platforms. In Europe, the reaction is immediate. The European Union is describing it as a massive disinformation campaign in the midst of a war. Why do we believe them? Because our brains naturally trust images. Seeing something is almost equivalent to proof. With deepfake, this trust can be exploited. The problem is that his content is designed to appear completely credible. Our brains don't always take the time to analyze what they see in detail. Anyone can fall for it. The consequences can be serious, influencing election, destroying a reputation, and even demoralizing an entire army. These days, deepfakes are becoming increasingly realistic. So much that simply watching a video is not longer enough to tell if it's genuine. But that doesn't mean there's nothing we can do. On the contrary, we can all avoid falling for them. First step, slow down. If a video shocks or surprises you, that's exactly when you need to take a step back. Second instinct, look at the details. A stranger face, a natural movement, a voice that isn't quite in sync. These are often signs of manipulation. Third instinct, check the source. Does the video come from a reliable media outlet? Has it been confirmed elsewhere? But there's another trap, the fact that everyone believes it. Nowadays, a fake video can go viral in a matter of hours. It's shared, commented on, reposted everywhere, and in the end, it seems real simply because everyone's talking about it. Whereas in reality, no one has checked it. That's why we also need to talk about it with those around us. Check with others, discuss, compare viewpoints, because misinformation spreads fast, but so does critical thinking. Today, true protection no longer lies in believing what we see. It lies in knowing how to take a step back. Because in a world where everything can be faked, our best tool is our critical thinking.
With all the tips we are giving you, do you think this video is true or false?
L'Europe nous ment-elle? Sur les réseaux sociaux, on voit passer des informations choquantes, qu'elle interdirait nos traditions, qu'elle déciderait tout à notre place, ou encore qu'elle coûterait trop cher. Ces affirmations sont partagées des milliers de fois. Mais sont-elles vraiment vraies? On a décidé de vérifier. Fake news numéro 1, l'Europe interdirait les fromages français. En réalité, c'est complètement faux. L'Union européenne impose des règles sanitaires, mais elle protège aussi nos produits avec des labels comme l'AOP. Et résultat, nos fromages sont non seulement autorisés, mais aussi valorisés et exportés dans le monde entier. Fake news numéro 2, l'Union européenne déciderait tout. Faux encore, les décisions sont prises avec les États membres, à travers des institutions comme le Parlement européen et le Conseil. Autrement dit, ce sont aussi nos représentants qui participent aux décisions. Fake news numéro 3. On payerait pour les autres pays. C'est plus complexe que ça. Oui, certains pays reçoivent plus qu'ils ne contribuent, mais la France bénéficie elle aussi de nombreuses aides financières payées par l'Union européenne pour améliorer les infrastructures, l'agriculture ou encore pour soutenir des projets locaux. Pour conclure, c'est pas l'Europe le problème, c'est la désinformation. Effectivement, dans un monde où tout va vite, prendre le temps de vérifier une information, c'est déjà faire un choix. Alors, avant de partager, vérifiez.
We decided not to award a prize in the journalism students category as the entries didn't meet all the criteria. A huge thank you to all our participants and also to our production team, especially Emeni Belaïd, Charlotte Prudhomme, Renaud Lefort and Oyana Almondoz. And I'll see you in our next Europe Rendezvous show.
You may have heard memes are over, but hopefully that's what we call fake news.
No knowledge, not misinformation. No, I'm pushing. I'm stronger.